Hello everyone, this is CoolPro95 and welcome to my unboxing video on the American Greatest Hits version of Grand Theft Auto 4 the Complete Edition and Assassin's Creed Revelations the Special Edition. Now, I was actually surprised that I actually got the American Greatest Hits version of Grand Theft Auto 4 the Complete Edition because I ordered it from the UK website of Amazon and I paid in pounds as well, and also the fact that I got the American version of this game made me wonder if it was going to work on my PS3 or not, because my PS3 is basically a PAL model, which is the models you'd see in Europe. And that also explains why I've already unwrapped the plastic off Grand Theft Auto 4 the Complete Edition and not Assassin's Creed Revelations Special Edition, because I wanted to test it out, see if it works, and turns out it did. So yeah, and I'm actually quite happy about that. So yeah, and also I wanted to get that game for like a long time. And now I know how some of you may be thinking that. I know how some of you actually know that I actually have like the original Grand Theft Auto 4 all by itself, and you're gonna start thinking that what's the point in getting the complete edition when you know that you already have the original version. You could just get the you just get the separate game that says Grand Theft Auto Episodes in Liberty City. Well, surprisingly, this one on Amazon was actually cheaper than the other one, than the one separately, so I thought might as well get it. It's cheaper, so yeah. And also this is a nice box as well, and if you guys want to know how I can tell this is American, well, there are a few things that I can say that this is American, because there are a few things that I know for a fact. Number one, the greatest hits versions are like, you never see like a greatest hits version in the UK. You see them all like in America, and I know that because I actually have YouTube friends who actually own some games that actually have that, and they're American, and they can't be found in Europe, and their greatest hits is basically like our platinum versions of games. But in a way, this is nicer because it has a nice red box. And also, another sign that shows it's American is the rating system. And it's rated by a different country. It's rated by a different company. And the company's called ESRB. Yeah, sorry, the camera wasn't focusing. And it's also rated with an M, mature, which actually means mature 17 plus. Don't know if you can read that because the camera on my iPhone is not really focusing that well at the moment. And whereas this, as you know, is a European game, is a European version because it's rated by PEGI, which is the one that rates European games that are released in Europe. So yeah. And now there are two more things that I can show that it's American. Anyways, now as you can see, like, they show the specs right at the back. They basically shows that what you can do in the game and how many players you can have and what resolutions it's compatible with. It's like set out in boxes like this, all in line, whereas in the ones released in Europe, they're in like some sort of, like rectangle, and and some of them are like merged together depending on what type they are. But yeah, I don't really have a preference on which one is better, because I like them both equally. In my opinion, they're both really good. So yeah, I'll be unwrapping the plastic off of this. So yeah, and by the way, I can't wait for GTA 5 to come out. That's gonna be an epic game. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. Anyways, now that's the trivial stuff out of the way, let's start unboxing it. And I'm going to start by unwrapping the plastics, considering that this one's already unwrapped. So yeah. And as usual, I'll try and keep my camera like stationary, because you know, some people like request me to actually have the the boxes, to keep my camera showing me unboxing the actual games, even unwrapping the plastics, because I don't know, some people just like watching the games being unboxed for some reason. but that's just them, can't change the way they are. So yeah, now let's unwrap this epic box. I'm going to do it as carefully as I can because I don't want to ruin everything, because I want to keep it as nice as it is. So yeah, and that wasn't so hard to unbox now, was it? Anyways, now from my point of view, they both actually look sick. Now, this with a red box, it actually suits it. It makes it stand out more from all the other boxes, and it's good to like have in a collection. Yeah, and also speaking of collection, yeah, it's good to add to my collection anyway. And also for this, as for this, it has an awesome black box edition, which is actually quite cool. And the special edition is just epic. I just like it. But not just because of the black box. I also like the special, all the stuff that they include in it as well. And this also looks nice, and it's good to have in a collection as well. So yeah. And as I've explained before, this basically has the 3 games in one: Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto The Battle of the Gay Tony, and Grand Theft Auto The Lost and Damned. And I've played them all, and they're really good. In my opinion, they're really good. So yeah. Now, moving on to Assassin's Creed Revelations. Now, this actually comes with another game. As well as the Assassin's Creed Revelations, the actual disc, it also comes with, I believe, a digital copy of the very first original Assassin's Creed game, which is actually quite cool. It's actually nice of them to include that. But what also comes in the special edition... Hang on, let me just get the camera to focus. If it doesn't want to focus, then I'll read it out to you anyway, because it's just showing it blurry. Okay, I might as well read it out to you anyway, because I don't want to waste anyone's time. Any more of anyone's time, so yeah. Now, the special edition includes the actual Assassin's Creed soundtrack, which is like on a separate disc, and it's actually quite cool of them to... And I've actually saw like some footage of it as well. It looks cool. And another thing it comes with is Ezio's Ultimate Armor, which is actually quite another cool feature. And plus, you have 2 multiplayer characters in the special edition. So yeah. Now, let's start showing the disc of this, and yeah. You see the greatest hits version of the game. It's basically, it still shows the picture of the disc, which is really nice, but at the same time it also shows like this in red and greatest hits over here. So yeah, it looks cool, and also you can see that it's obviously going to come with a manual. And plus, and also over here you see is the map, but yeah, I'm not going to get it out because it's, what's it called? It basically shows the map of the game, of like the map of Liberty City basically. Or wherever the game's set in. Yeah, it's set in Liberty City, so yeah. And show you how good condition the game is. Yeah, and the game's in really good condition. And again, and I know I said this before, but yeah, I was still surprised, but in a way, but in a good way, I was surprised, because it's not every day you get like a rare edition of a game. So yeah, why not actually? So yeah. Might as well keep it to my collection. Yeah, and anyways, I'm glad it worked. So yeah, and plus my PS3. So yeah, and when I tried this, yeah, I found out that it was that PS3s are actually not region locked when it comes to PS3 games. Well, it's either that or my PS3's been chipped this whole time, and I only just found out about it. And I only just found out about it when I first tried this game. So yeah, anyways, now moving on to the content of what they have inside the box of the Assassin's Creed Revelations Special Edition box. Let's open up this epic box. So yeah, as you can see, it comes with the original game, which is actually quite cool. And obviously it's going to come with the original game because, come on, you're obviously not going to have a box to not give the game out. But yeah, anyways, here's disc number 1, the actual game, and disc number 2, the actual Assassin's Creed soundtrack. And speaking of the soundtrack, I'm actually thinking about uploading the actual soundtrack onto YouTube, but on behalf of my fellow viewers. I'd actually like, so if you guys want to actually want me to upload the Assassin's Creed soundtrack onto YouTube, then feel free to post a comment below. Because I'm feeling generous, and plus it'll be a nice contribution to my fellow viewers as well, and also everyone else out there on YouTube who can access it. So yeah, feel free to post in the comment section below on whether you want me to upload the soundtrack or not. But yeah. Oh, let me just fit this back in because it just came out of the... There, that's better. Okay, now another thing it comes with is that it comes with a Uplay passport, which gives you like this password to get you like instant access to online multiplayer and an exclusive character, which is actually cool. And behind it we have the manual, the actual manual of the game, Assassin's Creed Revelations, which is also cool. Now let me just try and get it out because the amount of content they have in this box. So yeah. Apologies for having too much of this. Finally got it out. And also here's the manual, and let's take a good look at the back as well. And yeah, it basically shows the the Uplay stuff, which is what I showed you before, just then. And here is the additional gaming content, and the multiplayer gives you like the Crusader and the Ottoman Doctor, and Ezio's ultimate armor, which is cool. So yeah, this is the additional game content, but I'm not going to show the code. But even if I did show the code, it wouldn't work for you guys anyway, because I obviously would have used it by now. So yeah. Anyways, now I'm just going to put this back. And yeah. So yeah, that's basically all the content shown of these two games. And before I end the video, yeah, and these two are all so good games to add to a collection. And speaking of like adding games to collection, like before I end the video, I'd like to make shout out to a few fellow collectors that I have as YouTube friends. First person I'd like to make shout out to is Digital Masterpieces, because he collects like a lot of stuff as well, like games and stuff, and yeah, he collects like cool stuff and like cool in my opinion anyway, but yeah, basically like some old stuff that's rare. He collects rare stuff from like PS1, PS2 or Xbox or whatever, because I've seen, and sometimes PSXU, which is another one of my YouTube friends, who happens to be another fellow collector of mine, who actually sent him some rare stuff, and Digital Masterpieces send him stuff back. So yeah, I might like to make a shout out to those two as well. Also a shout out to Old Classic Gamer, because like he's like a massive collector. He's like a huge collector of all the old stuff, like all the classic consoles and stuff, like especially Japanese stuff, like the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, which a lot of people refer to as the NES, but he's got the Japanese version, which is called the Famicom, the Super Famicom actually, or the Famicom. I don't know which one it is. It's either the SNES or the NES, but yeah. And also, Old Classic Gamer told me that soon he'll be getting, that he just recently ordered the Japanese version of Rayman Revolution for the PS2, and he's excited, and also I'm excited for it too, because he's gonna rip the ISO of the game and actually share it out of people. So yeah, especially me, because then yeah, we can all play it on our emulators and stuff. And also another person I'd like to make a shout out to is Razorblade1812, who was previously known as TobyXY. And yeah, he's also He's also another one of the fellow collectors that I'm mentioning, because he collects a lot of stuff, like especially like PS1 games, like a lot of PS1 games. You should like check out his pickup videos and all that, and his room tour. At PSX, you actually did the same thing, a room tour as well, because it's actually quite cool. So yeah. Anyways, that's all the shout-outs done, so see you lot. Actually, I have another shout-out, and this time it's not to a fellow collector. This time it's to someone who actually did a Let's Play on Assassin's Creed Revelation, the actual game, and this is actually a new YouTuber that I'm making a shout-out to. Now, this person who did a Let's Play of Assassin's Creed Revelations, which is the one I'd like to make a shout-out to, is someone on YouTube called Tetra Ninja, and yeah, he has really good commentary, and he actually does what's it called? Yeah, he has really good commentary on his Let's Play, and it's basically inspired me to actually get this game, and also I thought that I might as well include something new on my YouTube account. So yeah, instead of just the same stuff, because I don't want viewers to lose interest or anything. And plus also, due to the partnership, and also, as for the soundtrack, uploading the soundtrack, if I was to get YouTube partnership, then I would not apply monetization, which is where you claim money for the videos, for the soundtrack, because the soundtrack wasn't obviously made by me. So yeah. Because partnership companies apply those videos as not eligible for claiming money if it's not created by your own, if you didn't make it by yourself. So yeah, this is actually quite cool. And yeah, and I'm actually thinking about getting partnership, but I don't know when. I can apply for it, but I'm just not sure whether I want it right now or whether I can. But yeah, it'll be nice to earn money for my videos. But anyways, that's basically the unboxing video out of the way, plus all the extra stuff along the side. So see you lot in another one of my videos. And also I'd like to apologise for not being able to going on a long strike of making YouTube videos. Just that I've been busy a lot in my life, and yeah, basically yeah, I've been busy with my real life and stuff, and also that 500, and some that I mentioned, and some of you may know that I've mentioned a 500 subscribers video special update. Well, I didn't actually. Well, the thing is that has actually been cancelled now, because due to trying to find time to make that video, it was actually stopping me to make more videos later on, because of considering how much time it took me to find it. So yeah, anyways, that's basically this video done, so see you lot in the next video. Anyways, please be patient, and feel free to subscribe, and or dislike, or post a comment in the post a comment in the comment section below. Post your feedback, see what your views on this video was, and yeah, that's basically this video done. See you lot in the next video. Laters, everyone.